Hey everybody, this is Threshold Training's workout day for Friday, November 13th. We're going to start off today with some squatting, lower body strength. We're looking for a heavy stimulus out of this. It's going to be in every 2 minute on the second minute format, which means you have 2 minutes to complete the required body of work. You can use the time remaining as rest. We have two different key things we're going to focus on. One being the back squats. We're going to do this at 105% of our 3 rep max front squat. So heavy for the back squat, but certainly doable. Okay, back squat movements, we will need to be sure that we are creating a shelf with the bar. So you can do that by squeezing your shoulder blades together, shrugging them up. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart, toes slightly flared out depending on your preference. From here, we're going to break at the hips and the knees at the same time as we descend into that squat. We're going to lean over our feet just a little bit, and then we're going to drive up straight through into the bar. As you're driving up, hips and chest are rising at the same rate. The goal is to try to push up into that bar so we have a vertical displacement of our body. This will allow you to complete the squat successfully without hinging forward like this, like bringing our chest down and then coming back up. After 2 reps, we're going to be doing 2 single reps of a handstand push-up negative. What that means is we will be kicking ourselves up against the wall, forming a handstand, and then slowly lowering for 3 seconds until we get to the bottom where we're touching our head on an ab mat. The design of this is to practice keeping tension in the shoulders and the hands as we descend down from a locked out position to the bottom of a handstand, as if we were to do a handstand push-up. Okay, so this drill it provides you an element of control and awareness for where you are upside down. When we are going from here to the bottom, we need to make sure that on the wall we are coming towards the wall to create that tripod position. So we get our head behind our fingers as we lower down. This will be the same thing if you do this from a box. Okay, so if you're in a piked position on a box, same thing. So if you imagine my feet are on a box, I would come in front of my fingers, then press back right through. Okay? My goal is to, again, lower for that 3 seconds. If you're on the box and you feel comfortable pressing through, fine. If not, you can take your feet off the box, stand back up, get back into the position for the next rep. 1.1 means we're doing a single rep, resting 10 seconds, 15 seconds or so, then another single rep. In other words, you're not linking reps together. You're doing both the back squats and the handstand push-up repetitions within that 2 minute window. So you should have about a minute to 80 seconds of rest after your handstand push-up reps. You can also scale this if we're not going upside down to push-up negatives. So I'm in a plank position, I'm going to lower down to 3, bring my knees to the ground, walk myself back up into a plank, down to 3, and walk myself back up to my plank again. In this variation, we'll be looking for the butt to be squeezed, ribs come down because the abs are on, elbows will be at about a 45-degree angle, hands are screwed into the ground so we create a little bit of tension and torque through the upper extremity as we lower down. If going from a plank position is too easy, what we would recommend is you put 2 plates, 2 dumbbells, maybe a stack of pillows underneath both hands, so now you're creating a deficit as you lower down. You can also do this for the handstand push-ups, that's fine. If going from that locked out position down to that depth is too easy, then just put yourself at a deficit. Make it a little bit more challenging or just to meet your skill level and strength level. Once we've done this, remember we're doing this for 14 minutes, so 7 sets through the squats and the push-up negatives. We're going to get to our conditioning portion for the day. You can think of these as intervals. It's going to be the same format as above, every 2 minutes for 6 sets or 12 minutes. You can think of you're doing it as 6 rounds. You're going to do the following body of work within that 2-minute time domain. Your goal is to finish this body of work within 1 minute. So you have 1 minute of work, 1 minute of rest. That's your goal. You get to choose which body of work you get to do. We have 3 choices. We can do 1 round of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. We can do 1 round of 5 hand release push-ups, 10 pull-ups, and 15 unweighted step-ups to a box. It's 15 total. Or we can do 1 round of 5 handstand push-ups, 10 alternating pistol squats per leg. So, 10 total pistol squats, 5 per leg, and 15 pull-ups. You're going to choose which body work to do based on your pull-up endurance. So you might have noticed that body of work, first one does 5 pull-ups, second one does 10 pull-ups, last one does 15. You do have the liberty to mix and match a little bit. If you want to work on your handstand push-ups, you can kind of sub that in to one of those body works. If you want to work on your pistols, you can sub that in. Consider, okay, yes, the pull-up endurance, but then also your speed to be able to complete that body of work within that minute window. If we're completing it in 90 seconds, we're just not going to have the rest that we're going to need to continue and recover for the later rounds. So keep that in mind. We should be doing all these movements and rep schemes in a row, so we shouldn't really be breaking things up too much, maybe towards the later rounds, but our goal is to move quickly, to move unbroken. So I want you to be confident in your choice and your movement choices so that you can meet the stimulus, which is going to be a high intensity and then big long rest. High intensity, big long rest. This will not feel like yesterday. Okay, this will feel actually a little bit better, more doable than yesterday, provided we can choose the right body of work. Substitutions for pull-ups, we can do ring rows, like so. We can do jumping pull-ups, okay, but again, something you can do all 5, 10, 15 reps in a row. For push-ups, okay, we may scale to an incline push-ups on a box, bench, or something similar. Remember, for our air squats, if we choose to do that today, our air squats should not look like so. We should be able to keep our chest up so we're showing the person across from us our logo. We should be able to stand tall after each rep, like so. If we're doing pistol squats today, okay, that's fine. Just make sure you are rounding over your foot. You've shifted your weight all the way over to one foot so that you can squat down appropriately, and you're reaching over that foot so that you can appropriately displace your center of mass and you feel balanced. If we're doing weighted step-ups today, let's choose a box that's challenging but doable. Okay, maybe if you usually go to a 20, try a 24 today to make it a little bit more challenging. But again, if that decreases your ability to move quickly, stick with a lower box today. All right, guys, that is the workout for Friday. Have a great end of the week and an awesome